Hey, everybody, this is Neuhaus, and we're back with another installment of How to Buy a House in... Oh my goodness, music's still going, and I apologize. There I am. Okay. Back to live mode. Here we are. That was horrible, but we're going to fix that in post. So we're back, and I am here to talk about how to buy a house in 2024. There's several steps in doing so, and I wanted to make sure that y'all have all the information, y'all know how to, so y'all can do this, right? Now, this applies to anywhere, not just in Austin, Texas, where I'm located, but just anywhere. And again, my name's Ed Neuhaus. Whoa, what just happened there? That was fun. Still getting used to a little bit of the learning curve here, but Ed Neuhaus, like and subscribe if this is going to help you. And honestly, that was a great beginning. So I'm glad that that is done because I'm going to keep that forever. No reason to make this twice. So here we are talking about the steps to buying a house. And if you missed our first video in this series, I'll put a link to it over here, up here. Everything's backwards. And in that video, it talks about how to get pre-qualified for a mortgage. That is the first thing you need to do in buying a house in 2024. If you are not qualified for a mortgage, there's no reason to do any of the other steps. Don't call a realtor. Don't look at Zillow. Don't even try to figure out where you would want to buy a house. Just none of it. Okay. That's the first step. And now that you have that number, you know what you can afford in terms of monthly payment, but also in terms of purchase price, right? The lender is going to tell you you're qualified up to 200, 300, 400, 500, $1.5 million, whatever it is. It's a number, and they're going to tell you what that is, and they're going to tell you the estimated payments, right? So you have that in your head. And now the fun starts, okay? You're still not calling your realtor. You're still not trying to go see any houses yet. You can look around Zillow. This is where the fun starts, okay? What you have to do now in step two is you need to decide what you really need in a house, right? Do we need good school districts? Do we need 4 bedrooms? Do we need 1 bedroom? Do we need 3? How many bathrooms do we need? Do we need a pool? Do we need a doggy wash station? Do we need to be able to walk to a local bar? Do we need to be able to walk or stroll to the elementary school? What do we need in a house? Make a list of your top 10 things you want. It's pretty simple. Make that list and then start looking at where the neighborhoods on the big picture, where you need to be. If you're looking for something, if you have children and you need a school district, that's the first place to start, right? You're going to need to start with school district. Which school district do you want to be in? Go research that. Figure out which school district works for you. I can't tell you. Realtors can't tell you. We can tell you if they're good or not. We can tell you objectively where to find that information, but I can't tell you as a realtor. I can't say you should be in Lake Travis schools, or you should be in Westlake schools, or you should be in Austin schools, or you should be in, I can't tell you that, right? Where you end up in our world, that's up to you. We can't steer you one way or the other. We're not supposed to do that, right? So finding out where you want to be, it's really up to you. That's why I said don't call a realtor yet, right? If you have a realtor best friend, great. You're going to use them, I know, but don't call them yet. You're still in the exploratory phase of what you want and figuring out where you want to be. If you want to be in a new home, only look at new home communities. If you're okay with living in an old ranch from 1970s, then look at old ranches from 1970s, right? Finding out geographically where you want to be is really step 2, right? And it's kind of the beginning of the fun stuff. You're going to need to spend time with your significant other if you have one, or any other decision makers. You're going to need to drive around and look at neighborhoods. This is before you go into any houses, right? You're going to need to drive around. You're going to need to see what the schools look like, if that's important to you, or where the bodegas are, if that's important to you. You're going to need to drive around and look at houses from the outside. You can pull up the Zillow app, the Realtor.com app, or you can pull up our website and pull up the addresses as you drive by and you see something for sale and say, oh, okay, that's what the outside of that one looks like, and that's how much this is. This process will take weeks, in my opinion. This is at least 2 to 3 good weekends of driving around, maybe 2 to 3 hours a day to figure out where you want to be. And honestly, the reason I say that is because you just handed in the last step number 1, You were handed down the information of what you can afford. So you're taking that information and you're plugging that in Zillow, and you're saying, where are the neighborhoods that I can afford this price point, right? Not where or what homes can I get in this neighborhood that I can't afford, right? It's where are the homes that I can't afford? That's what you're looking for. So that's really step 2 in buying a home. You're still not calling a realtor. We've called our lender. We've gotten pre-qualified. That was step 1. Step 2 is finding out which neighborhoods you want to be in that you can afford. And this is kind of a heartbreaking step for a lot of people. I'll be honest. There's a lot of people that are going to look at the number they can afford and not find a neighborhood they like. And I can't do anything about that part. But that is seriously the thing you need to do before you call a realtor, is understand if that's something you can do. So I'm trying to be real open and honest, trying to simplify the process so that it's not scary, because it's not. We already know how much you can afford. That was step 1. Step 2, we're figuring out where those homes are. Are you willing to accept the drive if it's necessary to get to those homes? Or are you willing to accept the condition that maybe some of these homes are in? Maybe what you can afford is not great. I think what you can afford is probably better than you think, but I want to set up really a realistic expectation, right? I don't want to make it sound like it's all rainbows and goldfish or whatever the saying is. Anyway, you're getting me at my raw best. I hope you like it. Thank you for the one person that I saw that popped on during the live stream. I hope other people find this entertaining and helpful during the re-record. And if not, tell me so. I am always looking for ways to improve. So if you know of a way to improve, subscribe. This finger right there. God, it's all backwards. Subscribe. Tell me how I'm doing. And if it's bad, just tell me. I really appreciate all the feedback. And we'll be back next week with number 3. Oh, I can't tell you what number 3 is yet. But step number 3 will be an exciting one. So check in next week. Subscribe so you'll get notifications of when that happens. And until then, see you later.